from St. Joseph's Health to Embrace Relief Foundation and Peace Islands Institute for a generous donation of masks, paper towels, and soap. We're so grateful for the support of the community because we're in it together and we are strong. Thank you so much.
On this day, almost 800 New Yorkers died.
Family member is begging you to do everything that you can.
What it's like inside their ICUs. From the critical care to the phone calls sharing tough news.
On the front lines, Dr. Graver says PPE is running short. She re-wears masks and goggles that normally would be thrown away.
I hope you enjoyed watching those videos, and I hope that they are a good representation of what we are able to accomplish with your donations and your help during this time. Under no circumstances should any of our first responders or frontline workers in medical centers and hospitals ever have to reuse masks or gloves or any personal protective equipment. But unfortunately, that's the time that we are currently living in, and that is why we need your help now more than ever to get us through this. Please donate now. You can text the word today to 707070. You can head to our website at www.embracerelief.org. You can go to our Facebook page at Embrace Relief and donate there, or you can call our headquarters in New Jersey at area code 201-528-3181. Again, I'm Kirsten Vanderhoff, and I am on the board of directors for Embrace Relief Foundation, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you on behalf of the entire foundation for any donations that you were able to give tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for showing that video. It really does depict what our frontline workers are going through and how they are heroes every day. They might not be wearing capes, but they are going through a lot of personal protective equipment. They need to restock their shelves. They're getting barren. So again, please, please, please help us take care of our frontline heroes and also the hidden victims of this pandemic with a very kind donation, any amount that you can give. And moving forward, so now we have a special treat with Aslihan and Ertuğrul Erkeshi, and they are going to be performing a musical performance for us. Ertuğrul is the director at Nirvana Musical Performance, and we are so happy and excited to have them here. If you guys, if you just want, let us know what song you'll be singing and maybe why you chose it.
Yeah, firstly, thank you so much. We are real pleasure. It's pleasure to us to be part of this meaningful organization. Thank you so much for inviting us. We will sing two Turkish music songs for you. First one
is Aşık Veysel's song. It's Turkish folk music. But Turkish music artist Barış Manço, he's translated this song as an English. I sing half of English, half of Turkish. And the other
Okay.
And then we will sing some special. We will sing a special Ramazan song for you.
Oh, perfect. That's wonderful.
Let's start.
Okay, thank you so much.
Its name is Oud, and Aslıhan will play kemençe for
its
you.
name is Istanbul Kemençe, and the other name is Klasik Kemençe, and the other name is Greg Lira.
Oh my goodness. So you guys named your instruments?
Tell me wise men, why do the winds blow? Tell me wise men, where do the winds go? The winds tell me they know their way, ringing the changes from day to day. North turns to south, east turns to west. They go where they have to go. The winds tell me they know their way, ringing the changes from day to day. North turns to south, east turns to west. They go where they have to go. Uzun ince bir yoldayım. Gidiyorum gündüz gece. Bilmiyorum ne haldayım. Gidiyorum gündüz gece. Gündüz gece, gündüz gece, gündüz gece. Bilmiyorum ne haldayım, gidiyorum gündüz gece, gündüz gece, gündüz gece, gündüz gece. Bilmiyorum ne haldayım, gidiyorum gündüz gece, gündüz gece, gündüz gece, gündüz gece. Tell me wise men, why do the birds sing? Tell me wise men, what does their song bring? And their song is the voice of peace, falling to earth from the skies above. And every note has its ring of meaning, happiness and joy to birds. And their song is the voice of peace, falling to earth from the skies above. And every note has the single meaning, happiness and joy to birds. Happiness
Yeah, thank you so much, Aslan. And
That was so beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much. You both have such lovely voices and are so talented with your instruments.
thank you so much.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing the second one.
Yeah. Zahit bizi tan eyleme, hay hay hak ismi okur dilimiz. Ey canım, ey canım, hak ismi okur dilimiz. Eyvallah, ey dost, sakın efsane söyleme. Hay hay hasrete varır yolumuz, ey canım, ey canım, hasrete varır yolumuz. Eyvallah, ey dost, sayılmayız parmak ile. Hay hay kırılmayız kırmak ile. Ey canım, tükenmeyiz kırmak ile. Eyvallah, ey dost. Ellerin çoktur yolu, hay hay cümlesine erişmeli. Hey canım, ey canım, cümlesine erişmeli. Eyvallah, ey dost. Allah Allah şükreyleyla, zikreyleyla, ya Kerim Allah. 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 Meyyan Allah Allah, Mennan Allah Allah, Kayyum Allah Allah, Tevvab Allah Allah. Meyyan Allah Allah, Mennan Allah Allah, Kayyum Allah Allah, Tevvab Allah 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 Allah. Şükreyleyla, zikreyleyla, ya Kerim Allah. Allah Allah şükreyleyla, zikreyleyla, ya Kerim Allah. Allah Allah şükreyleyla, zikreyleyla, ya Kerim Allah. Allah Allah şükreyleyla, zikreyleyla, ya Kerim Allah. Thank you so much.
Is it finished? No. Okay. By the way,
Yeah.
happy Ramadan to all our friends
Okay.
Or-
Sorry, I was just told that I had no sound. So I said thank you so much for that beautiful performance. Like I said, I don't speak Turkish, so I don't know what it was about, but it was gorgeous and lifted my spirits. I did want to say happy Ramadan to the both of you, and I hope you enjoy your holiday month. But yeah, thank you so much, and for joining us to support this cause, for Embrace Relief's support for the United States with COVID, and to help our frontline workers and our hidden victims and getting them the support and relief that they need. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. And now we're going to have another short video section break. We're going to have our board member, Kirsten, come join us again and share a couple more videos with you guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Beza. This is for me, this is for you. Thanks for your service. Hi, my name is Baha, and I know you're working for me. This coffee's for you. You are my hero.
Hello, my name is Sophia, and this coffee is for you. You are my hero, and I thank you.
Hi, this is Aaron. Thank you for helping others and enjoy your coffee. You're my hero.
Hello, my name is Safa. Enjoy your coffee. You are my hero. Thank you for your service.
My name is Baran. I know you work hard for us. Whatever we could do, we cannot pay what we owe to you. And thank you for helping us through these hard times. You're my hero.
Hi, my name is Sadet. I have a present for you. You're my hero. We just try to do something for you. Please take some.
Hello, my name is Furkan. This coffee is for you. You're my hero.
Hi, I'm Yusuf. This coffee is for you, and you're my hero.
Hello, my name is Zainab, and we wanted to thank you for all the things you do for us. You are my hero.
My name is Sumay. This is for you. My name is Akif. You are my hero.
Hi, my name is Yusuf. This coffee is for you. Thanks for being my hero.
Thank you.
Kind of forwards. Okay.
They will be put to good use.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are grateful to the community and everything you guys are doing for us.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Safa. Enjoy your coffee. You are my hero. Thank you for
My name is Baran. I know you work hard for us. Whatever we could do.
Thank you on behalf of Baptist Health. We are extremely grateful for the community support.
And a special thanks to Embrace Relief and Istanbul Cultural Center for the Starbucks gift cards.
Hi, I'm Michael Mayo, President of Baptist Medical Center Jacksonville. And to Tolga and the Embrace Relief and Istanbul Cultural Center, I want to send our appreciation and thanks for sending the gift cards for our frontline caregivers. Your generosity and kindness means so very much to us during these times. Thank you very much.
You're my hero.
Wow, thank you so much to Ertugrul and Asilan Ekesi from the Nirvana Music and Art School for that beautiful musical performance. It was gorgeous. I loved it. Thank you. And thank you to all the children from Jacksonville who donated towards this cause in fighting COVID-19. Barron hit the nail right on the head when he said this is just simply a debt to our frontline workers that just cannot be repaid. They are risking their lives every day to save us and to protect us. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Kirsten Vanderhoff, and I am on the board of directors with Embrace Relief Foundation. I want to thank you again for joining us this evening as we continue with our event tonight. I would also like to thank all of you who have already donated. Your donations are greatly needed and are even more so appreciated. Your donations will help us fight the collateral damage of this pandemic and help those hidden victims, the ones we don't really hear about, and to support our frontline workers and our heroes. Dana hit the nail on the head as well. She said not all heroes wear capes. That's absolutely correct. And we're seeing that now more than ever before. Just to inform you on what Embrace Relief has done in cooperation with our partner organizations down in the Southeast, and as well across the country, we have donated down there so far 22,000 masks, 200 face shield donations, 200 meals were distributed. We gave away 30 gift card donations to healthcare workers, professionals, and other medical staff. 2,880 protein bars were handed out, and approximately $15,000 in financial assistance. None of this would be possible, again, without your donation. I beg with you, I plead with you, please donate towards this cause. Every penny helps, every dollar helps. We need your help so that we can fight this and be stronger together. That's the theme of tonight, is that we're stronger together. Again, this virus does not discriminate, and we need your help. You can donate by texting the word today to 707070 or heading to our website at www.embracerelief.org or connecting with us on our Facebook by clicking on the Donate Now button. Finally, pledges can also be made via phone by contacting us at our headquarters in New Jersey, area code 201-528-3181. Thank you again for all of your donations so far, and please donate today.
Okay, sorry about that. Thank you so much again, Kirsten. It's really so wonderful to see, children getting involved and doing every little bit that they can. Excuse me before I introduce our other guests. The battery. That wouldn't be good. Just had to give them a signal about the battery light flashing. I don't know how long that's been on for, so we'll just hope for the best. Hi, how are you guys?
Hi.
Good. My name is Dana Capola. Thank you guys so much for coming. In this panel discussion, we will have Lisa Guerrero, who's the Chief Investigative Correspondent for Inside Edition, as well as Helen Little, on-air personality at iHeartRadio's 106.7 Light FM. By the way, love 106.7. It's like one of the best radio stations. And as well as Joyce M. Davis, who is the opinion page editor for Penn Live. So I think right now we're missing Lisa, if I'm correct. Okay, so I think that we're waiting for her to connect, but we can dive right in. How are you, ladies? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's been a long day, though.
I feel that definitely in my bones. But we're getting through it, right?
Yes, I'm having a great day as well.
Okay, good. So I think we can dive in. Are we still waiting for Lisa? Oh, it seems like Lisa won't be able to join us, sadly, but still so happy and honored to have you amazing women here. So Helen, I was thinking that maybe I have a couple questions for you guys and then a question that you guys can discuss together. As you, Helen, have had a over 30-year career in media, can you tell us more about how kindness and living in service to others has helped you with progressing your career?
Sure. I think it starts with deciding who you want to be. Who do you want to be in the world? It's more than what do you want to do and what do you want to be, but who do you want to be? And I think that it's so important that as we pick the path we want to travel in life, that we keep that in mind. So obviously with the idea of being kind throughout that process, you're a lot more fun to be around when you exude kindness, but it also comes back to you. And when you couple kindness and passion together, what you create is something that has a long life, because passion is what drives the things that you want to do in life and the things that you want to be in life. And kindness is kind of the result of what you give and what you receive back. So I think that combination together is kind of a really nice elixir when you think about it. But it has worked for me because it's how I have found that I've been able to make a difference.
Right. Yeah, and doing things throughout your life that bring you joy and make you feel good and proud of what you're doing is such like a power move for your whole life, to combine that with your passions and, choose to do that.
I agree. And I think that, especially now, compassion, connection, and kindness are so important.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. You got to prioritize those, definitely. And then going on that note, about kindness. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, can you see me now?
Yes, welcome.
Can you hear me? Thank you. I've been waiting. I guess you guys couldn't see or hear me, but I could hear you.
Okay, well, we're happy to have you here. Yeah, I was just discussing with Helen, going to kind of go into her coaching and mentoring background that she's been doing for quite some time. So Helen, and by the way, we also have Joyce M. Davis here with us. Helen is an on-air personality at iHeartRadio's 106.7 Light FM, and Joyce is the opinion page editor for Penn Live. So just wanted to interject that information. So Helen, with your background in coaching and mentoring, what can you tell us about the value of staying resilient while facing hardships, especially now when we're all witnessing so many others facing hardships?
The business career that I chose requires a lot of resilience. And all actions, decisions, and outcomes spring from where you are and how you make decisions. So the idea of resilience is you get knocked down, you get back up. You get knocked down, you get back up. And what is it that drives you towards that desire to get back up? And when I coach or when I mentor, I ask people, what is it that you really want and why do you want this? And when you know what your why is, you know why you want something, it's a lot easier to try and accomplish it. And the first thing I pay attention to when I ask that question is, where does the word I fit in and where does the word others fit in? Because if all you care about is yourself, you kind of miss the point.
Yeah. And that's very lonely too.
Yes, it is. And when you decide that my greatness is about serving others, the reward is so much more heartfelt and actually so much more rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really wonderful. And that's what we're, trying to do here tonight. And thank you, women, again for joining us, because, right now we can't be together, but we all have to be stronger together to come out of this and, just thrive so we can be better than ever and, have more compassion for other people. I think that this is a good learning opportunity, how to care for others, our frontline workers, the hidden victims of the coronavirus. So definitely, I definitely agree with that. And Joyce, I have a couple questions for you. So, are people from different faiths in your community working to help people in need, especially those who are sick and out of work? Is there interfaith cooperation to respond to the needs of poor people, immigrants, and refugees?
Well, that is one of the, let's say, silver linings of this tragedy that we're living through. The fact is, people of faith from all different communities have been coming together. They've been reaching out. They've been trying to see how collectively we can help. Because look, there are a lot of people who are suffering. Even if you have not contracted the coronavirus, people are out of work. People are separated from their loved ones. We have people who are going through the death of mothers or grandmothers or fathers and not able to be there with them, to hold their hand when they're dying. So what we're seeing right now is there's a lot of need in this community, a lot of need around the world. And thank goodness that we have good people such as the ones who have put together tonight's program, to try to connect people of goodwill, to try to connect people of good hearts, who are willing to step outside of their own worlds, outside of their own comfort, and try to help others. So yes, the answer is yes. People in our community of all faiths, Muslims, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, Baha'i, all have really joined hands, figuratively, because they can't do it in physical. They've joined hands to try to do some good.
Yeah, I was speaking this earlier with someone saying that, you know, this virus does not discriminate. And right now, the race that we are, I think, is the human race. And we have to look past all those divides and, you know, kind of what Helen was saying, dig down, do some personal reflection, find what matters to you, and try to spread that goodwill in every part of your life that you can.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. And Helen hit on so many good points. I wanted to clap and applaud when she was speaking, because, you know, it isn't about us right now. It's about if you're okay, and, you know, we seem to be doing okay, we have to figure out what we can do to help those who aren't. Because this is truly an unprecedented time in the world history. And if we're just sitting back taking care of ourselves and our own, we're not really doing what we need to do to really reach out to those most in need.
Yeah, definitely. It's so true that even if you don't have the virus, some part of your life is impacted, whether it be a friend who lost someone, a sibling who works on the front lines, somebody who lost a job. And just, I think the toll that it's taking on everyone, you know, mentally, emotionally, this is a great opportunity, Stronger Together or any nonprofit mission, to kind of step outside of your own world, like you just said, and, you know, kind of get wrapped up in something else that makes you feel good. You know, you surround yourself with things that you want to reflect yourself, and doing something like this, I think, is such an important part of having that human connectivity with other people.
Agreed.
Yeah. And Joyce, another question for you. Are reporters finding it difficult to get more accurate information from government about the number of people affected and the number of deaths of the coronavirus?
Well, that's a simple answer too, yes. Look, I think it's because I think everybody is overwhelmed, to be honest. I think just as we individually are overwhelmed by what we're having to deal with on a daily basis, you know, I haven't been out of my house for a month. You know, I'm over 60, so I'm concerned about exposing myself, and so I only leave the house to walk the dog around the block and to get some physical exercise and fresh air. That's overwhelming for an extrovert like I am, who wants to be around people, want to talk, but you know, all of yeah, it's really hard, but so are government officials. If you would put yourself in the place of a mayor or a governor, people who really have a good heart and they're trying to do the right thing, can you imagine how overwhelmed they must feel? They have no guidance on how to deal with this. There's no book that's been written. There's no papers that's been written.
Yeah.
It's all how you respond. So what I have been calling on people to do is, while we hold our leaders accountable and push them, we also have to have compassion for where they are, because this is not an easy thing for anybody, and it's not an easy thing if you're having to make decisions for thousands, if not millions of people.
Yeah. And, you know, they obviously have to be transparent with the public and the towns, cities that they're serving. But I think it's so difficult for them because they also have to give the people that they're, you know, a public figure for hope. But
yeah,
that, I think that's really tough right now. And, you know, there's just so many different things going on in the media. It can be so hard to just cut through the noise. And yeah, so my thoughts definitely go with the governors, mayors, everyone who people are looking to for guidance, because like it's being said everywhere, this is all very unprecedented.
Very unprecedented. And frankly, a lot of the information that they have, they're not sure is accurate. You know,
Right.
we've been told one thing one week and the next thing the next week. Remember, initially we were told no mask, no one wears a mask. Now everyone needs to wear a mask.
Yeah, you're
So-
like publicly shamed if you don't. They're like, get out of here.
So you can see, but things are changing. So
Yeah.
it's hard for them to step out and say, here's what to do, when they're really not sure what is
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah, definitely with time and more research and data, hopefully some of this foggy air will be cleared.
Yeah, one would hope.
Yes. And then before I get to a group question that I would like to ask all of you, Lisa Guerrero, I have a question for you. So being the chief investigative, correspondent for Inside Edition, and your background of media and doing hard-hitting news, hosting talk shows, I was wondering if you could share your personal path in journalism and that journey to getting where you are now. I know that you've won many prestigious awards, very, very inspiring. So I was wondering if you could share that story with our viewers.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for including me tonight, because I think what you're doing with the Embrace Relief effort is outstanding, and really trying to bring people together to take a look outside their bubble and to experience other people's issues while we're all going through a similar situation. Some of us are experiencing so much more difficulties just based on where they're living, what jobs they're trying to do, what their family situation is, what their living situation is. So thank you so much to this effort, Stronger Together and Embrace Relief. My path to journalism was really interesting. I didn't start out thinking I was going to be an investigative journalist someday. I started out as an actress and a model. I became a sportscaster, and Inside Edition hired me in 2006 to be a West Coast correspondent, where I covered a lot of entertainment news. But I looked at the entertainment news and I looked at the investigative unit, and I thought, wow, I really want to go chase bad guys. I want to hold people accountable. You know, I want to do the kind of journalism that's going to make a difference. Rather than standing on a red carpet asking somebody what they're wearing, I want to go confront bad guys and ask why they're scamming people that are vulnerable. Yeah. And I want to help be a voice. So I was blessed through my show Inside Edition, and they hired me as the chief investigative correspondent a decade ago. So for the last 10 years, I've been doing stories about scams and crime and cold cases. But let me tell you, COVID-19 has changed the game in journalism. I used to travel for a living. I used to go all over the country with my investigative unit from New York. I live in LA, and we would meet in different cities across the country doing these stories. But starting 6 weeks ago, we started focusing on these really human stories about how the coronavirus is affecting human beings, families, moms, expectant mothers, small business owners. And I went from doing long form investigative journalism to turning around stories every day by noon. As you guys know, I mean, the other women are very well aware that the news isn't changing every day, it's changing every hour. So that's really changed the way we're gathering news and the way that we're reporting news. And, somebody just mentioned, oh my goodness, we were told before that you didn't have to wear masks. Now we have to wear masks. We did a story on how to make your own masks at home with available materials. I've done stories about, whether or not dads are going to be allowed into the room when their wives are giving birth to children. We don't know if they're going to be doing that in all of the hospitals nationwide. So this story has impacted so many people in so many different ways. And at Inside Edition, we're just trying to be really flexible every day in how we're gathering the news and even how we're going about, I'm boots on the ground. I'm a person that doesn't sit behind a desk. I go out into the community interviewing people and gathering stories. The way we're doing that is different now. Now we are wearing masks. Now we have to be socially distant from each other. Now we can't use handheld mics. We have to use boom mics.
Right.
And we have to, wipe down everything. So the way that news is gathered has changed, but the impact of news is the same. And where we live in a place where, certain people in power are saying press is the enemy, we're here to say press is your neighbor. Journalists are your wives, your sisters, your daughters, your moms. And in fact, because we all have a cell phone in our purse or in our pocket, we all have the opportunity of being citizen journalists. And we're living in unprecedented times, and it's incumbent on all of us to be recording what we're seeing every day right now. Take out your cell phone and record what you're seeing at the grocery store. Record what's happening in your community. Journal right now. It's important that all of us document what's happening to us in our lives so that we are able to pass down these stories. In journalism, we're called storytellers, but we're all responsible for absorbing this information and disseminating it later to people that need the information. So that's kind of what I've been learning about my COVID-19 experience in the last 2 months. It's been life-changing.
Yeah, it clearly has definitely had a huge impact on the media industry. From journalism to writing media or content for websites to movies to music, and it's impacting every aspect of our life. And I think this would be a good place to kind of ease into the group question for all of you women to answer. So on the topic of communication and media, how does one find the truth during a time like this in media when there's so much noise with everything that's going on, the virus, and then I saw something today like murder hornets or something that are now, I mean, it seems like every other day there's something, the locusts in Africa. So how do you guys kind of sift through all of this media, all these different, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, and every day it's different allegations, scandals, and fake news going around?
Well, one of the things I have found really refreshing and inspiring is I've taken to the airwaves, and I'm not going out, and my job is to express opinions and to get opinions and to get letters to the editor and write editorials. I've started connecting with people on Facebook Live and on the media. And it's a wonderful experience to bring in experts, to have people talking, to allow them to talk and to let the actual public interact with them. I always try to keep things civilly. It's respectful dialogue. But I let people explain and talk through some of these ideas. And I'll tell you, there's this a competing idea of how the coronavirus started, whether it was a failed experiment in a lab or whether it jumped from a bat in a wet market in Wuhan, China. So to allow people to simply talk, to not necessarily interrupt, to let this full expression of ideas be there in the community, to me has been quite refreshing. So I don't have to tell people what to think. I can allow these thoughts to be there and let the community play them out.
Right. Thank you so much. And, you know, I think finding out how to utilize media in this different day and age is going to rock the entire media world more than it already has. You know, I feel like every day we're figuring out a way to make things a little easier, a little better, you know, to make things kind of keep up to date with us on all these new changes. And it's so important to be able to have those personal connections with people, even if it can't be in person.
And that is the key word, connection. And what people fail to realize that media is connection. And media is a lot of different things. Media is not just news. Facebook is media. Twitter is media. You know, everybody has a microphone now. And I'm not a fan of the word fake news, but I'm sure that I know that there's a lot that's not real, not fact-based, and because everyone has a microphone. So I think the most important thing to remember is that media is connection. I feel like what I do and what the other ladies on this panel do is we create connections. And we start with the ability to connect with the people that are listening or watching or reading what we do, and to provide them with whatever it is. In my case, my job is to provide them with more of a comfort. You know, I'm a place to come when you need a little bit more of an escape, but at the same time you can find information. So I think that more than anything now is we're realizing how important it is to be a part of a connection, and that we all, Dana, you know, find ways to stay connected in fact-based information and truth, to do research and due diligence and what the information is that we are absorbing and repeating and sharing.
Yes, I agree with that. And yeah, the term fake news is, you know, I don't like the term either necessarily, but, you know, just with everything that does go around. And I think that, you know, just because somebody does have a microphone mean that they should share their opinions or their thoughts with the rest of the world. So I think another thing for that is just being aware of where people are getting their information and make sure it's a credible source.
Yep, that's right.
Lisa Guerrero, do you have any thoughts on this question?
Yeah, you know, the other women, I think, articulated this very well, which was, you know, we all have a platform, right? Because of social media, we all have the opportunity to talk about what we want to talk about and to share our opinions. But with that opportunity also comes an obligation to be careful about what you're sharing and to make sure that your sources of news are credible, are fact-based, are science-based, and aren't just political in nature. And we're living in such a crazy, divisive time where it's like throwing kerosene on a fire. We were already living in this kind of strange world where, you know, up is down and you know, blue is red, and nobody could agree on anything. And then you throw this catastrophe into the mix, and you would think that science would lead right now, and doctors would be the people who are listening to and taking direction from, but that's not the case. So we have to be really careful how we use our platforms. And are you using your powers for good? We like to say, you know, are you using your voice and your platform to share messages of hope and of strength and of humanity? Or are you just trying to, you know, pick a fight on Facebook and share an ugly meme? You know, this is what we all have to think about. You know, myself included, we all really have to think about what it is that we want to share, what we want to leave out there in the world. I am very, very progressive. I'm a Latina. I'm an immigrant's daughter on my mom's side. I'm a Salvation Army social worker's daughter on my dad's side. I have, you know, a lot of feelings about social justice. And those feelings are just becoming more cemented in me as I see how politics is driving what should be a fact-based conversation. And that's really disheartening. But I think the people here today are trying to make a difference, and they're trying to use their platform to say, look, if you can give to people that need help, if you can help the vulnerable, now's the time to show who we really are, not just as Americans, but as human beings. Because now is the time to be stronger together, which is the theme of the evening. We are stronger together. And if we can set down our politics for a minute and be able to share information and news in a responsible, loving way, that's what people want to hear right now.
Right. And I don't know if you ladies saw on screen, but we just got an update for donations. We're very close to 50,000. I believe the number was 49,883 and 50 cents.
Great.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so
you know, if I could say add something here, I just want to thank all of the people out there who are really contributing, because honestly, there is a little bit of a dangerous streak in the conversation that's emerging in society today. We have people willing to dispense with people's lives. We have that argument there that maybe thousands simply have to die so that we can go on with our way of life. That argument is out there. It is out there. And you know, what we have to do as people of goodwill is say with gentleness and kindness, no, that is not where I stand. I will have one less slice of bread if it allows someone else to live. And I think that voice from us, because it's clearly these are great people here, and the people who are tuning in and donating are good people. They're the good people of the earth. We have got to be stronger together, because this is, folks, is no longer about just who has a nice house or who has a nice car. It's about who lives and who dies.
Yeah. That's right.
And now is a good time to text today to 707070 to make it that $50,000.
yes. And in the comments below, I believe that there are the different links you can go on. Also, www.embracerelief.org. You'll see right there on the top slider. You can easily donate there. Go from our Facebook. Yeah, we have many outlets. And so thank you so much, ladies. This has been so incredible. You guys are media powerhouses and such good-hearted, good-willed women. Thank you so much for joining us, and we were honored to have you. Does anybody have any last remarks before we say goodbye?
Just you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. Look, we have in the Christian community of faith, with the day you hear my voice, harden not your heart. So don't harden your hearts now. Now's the time to have soft hearts, to really be what you're about to give.
Yes, I agree. Well,
And Dana, thanks for having us.
yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much. This has been so wonderful and so lovely. We made it to 50,000. So $50,079.56. So 2 thumbs up for that. Let's keep going. Okay, thank you all so much. Have a great night. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's super exciting. We made it past 50,000, but we're not planning on stopping there. So right now we're going to take a quick break again with some videos for you guys and a message from Kirsten. Thank you.
Another 6.6 million people filed for unemployment benefits.
$300 billion in direct cash payments will be available to every American citizen.
People are going to end up losing their homes, and we don't know if we might end up being one of them.
The coronavirus pandemic is putting an end to the longest economic expansion in U.S. history.
The help should be aimed at people.
Millions of workers out of work overnight. A health crisis could become a Great Depression.
What are you most worried about right now? What's most difficult for you?
Paying my bills.
My wife and I have struggled because of the pandemic. She's pregnant and I've lost my job.
Last year, I followed my dream of going into the restaurant business. They closed dine-in service and my business went down. I was covering rent for my parents' house, my own house, and the restaurant with the income that came from my restaurant. I'm stuck in a difficult situation and I can't handle all this without help.
I lost my job. I have about $250 in my account. I'm applying to jobs as a skilled worker, but nothing yet. I really need help. I'm also unable to take my children and wife to see a doctor because our New Jersey Family Care application is pending. I'm the sole provider. I think I can manage to pay for food doing Uber, but if I get sick with the virus and have to stay home, I won't be able to pay for any expenses.
All of my family members are sick, and our father tested positive for COVID-19. He's in critical condition. We've stayed home since March 13th and have no income to afford our expenses.
I need help. We're a family of 5. Providing for my family has become a burden for me. I've experienced tremendous losses, and now I have no income because of COVID-19. I'm desperate.
Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're still with us, thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Stronger Together, Embrace Relief, and the NS Cancer Foundation. Again, my name is Dana Capola. We're starting to come towards the end of our live stream fundraiser. Within the past 5 minutes, we just passed $50,000, which is extremely exciting. So let's keep going to be stronger together and better than ever. So for this next session, we are going to have 2 guests. Dr. Ron Messier, Professor Emeritus in History at Middle Tennessee University, and also Dr. Thomas F. Michel, who is a Catholic priest and professor at George Washington University. So I'm very excited to meet with these 2 prestigious men and get diving into the conversation. So, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, good. Yeah.
That's good.
That's
like good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but are you Dr. Ron or Thomas?
I'm Father Tom Michel from Georgetown
Father
University.
Tom. Of course. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to have you, and thank you for supporting us and being with us tonight to, rally people, get the good vibes going, and just share the love and care with one another. So I believe then we're still just waiting on Dr. Ron Messier. But we can go forward with I have a couple questions for you. So
Sure.
whenever he logs back on or logs on, then he'll just join us.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll work out.
Yeah. We're making it work. Everything's so new, so different, but you know, we're making do with what we can.
Good.
Yeah, so Father Thomas, the first question that I wanted to ask you was, and this is such this question you could go on for hours, I'm sure, and yeah, I'm very interested to know the answer. So first off, how can people have hope in times of significant fear and uncertainty?
Well, I guess it's different for everybody. For me and for the people that I know, I think hope comes from our knowledge that, you know, this is not some absurd situation. It's there's a God, and that God is a protector, that God is a guide, that God does not abandon us. I guess people find hope in different ways, but for me, this is the source of my hope. It's not some narrow thing that I believe that has to be done in one religion or another, but I think we do need sort of an awareness that the ultimate reality is a good one, is one that we're part of, one that we're going somewhere good. And it doesn't make things go away, bad things, sickness doesn't go away, unemployment doesn't go away, anxiety doesn't go away, but we get the strength, the inner strength that we need to be able to cope with the difficulties.
Right. Yeah, I think that just over the course of these past couple weeks, all these different messages coming at us through all different media, every which way, saying contradicting things, saying things that, you know, make sense and they're repeated. But hope in these times of significant fear and uncertainty can be so difficult to remind yourself of. But, you know, I think taking yourself out of that headspace of being hopeless or not seeing that there will be an end and helping others, I think, you know, really makes your soul feel good, and that gives you hope for their future and life to be better, brighter, they're helped, and then you can feel hopeful and hopefulness.
And I think too that we bring hope to others, you know, it's not just something that we have for ourselves.
Exactly.
I notice
yeah.
I notice on the television daily, it's like whether it's the local program or the national programs, they try to always end with some hopeful sign, whether people are doing something for somebody else. And then we look, it causes us to look at our own experiences, I remember almost 50 years ago when I was a student in Cairo. It was the month of Ramadan. And I was walking down kind of a street in a really poor neighborhood in Cairo. And the man runs out of a house and he grabbed me by the arm and he says, come in, it's almost time to break our fast and come into my house. And I said, well, I was thinking that he thought I was a Muslim. And so I said, but I'm a Christian. He said, oh, it doesn't matter, come in. He says, you know, it's a blessing for us Muslims to be able to share with those in need, to share what we have. So I went in and we had a dinner. You know, that was almost 50 years ago. As I was thinking about it, it was 1974. And I think two moments in that evening really stand out and continue to give me hope. The first were his words. For us, it is a blessing to be able to share with those who are in need. He didn't say it was an obligation. He said it was a blessing. It was something good, for him and for all of us. And I think the second thing that I remember about that evening was sitting down with these people, and I still remember the food, a little bit of lamb, some rice, a bit of mlochia, which is an Egyptian vegetable. And it was a simple meal, but it was one that's always stayed in my memory because it made us into a family. People that I hadn't known before. We became a family for that evening. Even though I was in a country where I had no family of my own, Egypt, we became a family. And I think that sort of thing gives me hope also, because we all have that ability in our daily lives to bring hope to others in one way or another. One way, of course, is what we're doing here with Embrace Relief, in making it possible for others to have less worry, less anxiety during this time.